What's up guys, Noah from Stage 3 Motorsports, and today we're going to be doing another new products video for June. We've got a couple really neat things lined up for you, but first off I want to take a look at some new Elka suspension that we've got here. Now for those of you who are involved in the power sports world with ATVs, UTVs, and even snowmobiles, you're probably familiar with Elka because they have a huge name in building some high performance suspension for those kinds of applications. Now they're bringing their expertise into the truck world with some new systems, and we have both in the form of F-150 lift kits that range from a 0 to 2 inch system or a 2 to 3 inch system like what I have right here. These systems are fairly similar to some of the other ones on the market from Icon or Fox in that they use a 2.5 inch coilover up front as well as a 2.5 inch rear shock in the back, and both of these feature either a remote reservoir or a piggyback reservoir, so you get a little bit of improved oil capacity. Now on top of that, they have excellent build quality and design. They look really nice with kind of this dark gray and matte black as well as the anodized red finish, and then they even have adjusters on them for high and low compression, so you can dial in not only the ride height but the way that the shock actually feels on your vehicle for how you use it. Overall, these Elka kits are a really great way to get a little bit of a lift on your truck while still keeping some good off-road performance and having something that you know you can trust. The next new product I've got lined up for you guys is some new FactionFab brake kits for the F-150 and the Raptor. These are available with pads and rotors, or you can order just the rotors and pads separately depending on how you want to set up your truck. These rotors are designed with a high carbon cast iron build, and they have this nice swept slot design around the outside which basically helps vent off gases as well as debris and brake dust when you're braking, just to keep the friction surface clean. They also feature this black E-coating around the outer edges and the inner hub area and essentially anywhere that isn't a friction surface to basically help in preventing corrosion and just allow the rotor to last a little bit longer in rough conditions. As for the pads, these F-spec pads that FactionFab uses have a specifically formulated compound that's designed to help reduce brake fade as well as reduce brake dust, and they're especially designed to work in really high temp scenarios, so no matter how you use your vehicle, if it's a little bit more spirited driving or you're doing some towing and hauling, this is a pad that'll still hold up and is a really good replacement for factory. Now as a whole, these kits are designed to replace your factory equipment, so whether it be pads or rotors, this is stuff that you'll be able to swap on directly without having to make any sort of crazy modifications to your rotors or other equipment around the vehicle. They're just going to swap out that regular factory worn out stuff with something a little better. This next product is a little different from what we usually have, and this is a set of new Hellwig adjustable sway bars for the F-150s and Super Duties. Now these are really nice if you're somebody that does a lot of towing and hauling and you're looking for a way to improve your truck's handling as well as that lateral stability to keep the bed from rolling or really the whole truck from kind of rolling and bucking as you drive. Essentially these are a chromoly steel super durable bar that comes with all the brackets and hardware you need to install it to your vehicle, and it's going to just brace up that rear end like I said before and help prevent some of the roll. And you'll actually see on the ends of these that there's holes drilled out, so they are adjustable to determine what kind of setting you need for how stiff you want it. That way you can get your truck handling just right for how you use it. Now, as I said before, this does come with all the brackets and hardware you need, and it's designed to be a pretty simple bolt-on install that you could do at home without having to do any sort of cutting or welding or anything crazy like that to your truck. So this is a really good upgrade for those of you guys looking for that extra handling performance. Next up, we've got some universal stuff here from Mob Armor. Now, a lot of you guys are always looking for ways to mount your phones and different devices like tablets or GPSs, and especially if you use your vehicles off-road, you want something that's durable. Now, Mob Armor has come up with a couple creative ways to do this, and their main thing is magnets. So you can see I've got a couple lined up here on the truck bed, and they have some larger tablet mounts, some really neat kind of GoPro mounts that can be used, as well as phone mounts, of course. And these use a super durable magnet that has a rubber cover on it, but if you remove the rubber cover, it'll actually improve the magnetic strength. So it's usually about a difference between, without the magnetic cover, like a 90-pound pull versus a 45-pound pull with the magnetic cover. On top of that, they have a few different designs, like this claw that you can see here that has a phone mount on it, and this is a little bit more ideal if you're trying to mount to like some bars or something in a UTV, or just a little bit more unique situation where you may not be able to get a magnet on it. But with that being said, there's a lot of different varieties and it'll hold a lot of different sizes, so no matter what you have, Mob Armor will have a solution that works for your device. The last new product we've got for you guys is some Diode Dynamics LED light bars. Now this is their stage series of light bars, and these range anywhere from a 6-inch all the way up to a 50-inch bar, and the one I'm holding here is an 18, which is a pretty good standard size if you're looking for one to mount in like a lower grill or even behind an upper grill, or you know, on a UTV or something along those lines. So it's got some good utility to it, and they have a pretty slim, nice design overall. It's a little bit smaller than some of the larger larger dual row bars on the market. And with that being said, it does still have pretty good light output as well as a 6000K color temperature. So it's a nice clean white spread of light and a solid flood pattern out front of the vehicle. That way you're getting a good fill both vertically and horizontally instead of just a pencil beam or having a really short distance with not enough fill to actually see what's coming at you. Diode Dynamics also provides brackets for the sides as well as a little bit of hardware and some wiring to help you get this set up with a nice weatherproof connector. That way you don't have to worry about this thing shorting out or having issues in rough conditions when you're off-road. And with that, guys, this is going to be a wrap on our new products video for June. As always, thank you for watching, and definitely make sure you guys hit subscribe and that little notification bell so you don't miss any of our other new product videos, as well as all the overviews, reviews, and installs and everything else that we're cranking out on a day-to-day basis. And I will see you guys next time.